Hello,
Hello.
friends. Welcome
Hi.
to It's Christmas. It's
Yay.
Christmas.
It's
Merry
Christmas.
Crisis.
Merry Chrysler.
I fucking love that vine.
It's really good. I miss
Anyways, right? Vine was so good.
Vine. I love having the compilations still, though.
Oh my god, I know. You know, like,
But then
did you
it's
hear
like,
that TikTok is going the way of Vine?
Oh, yeah?
In the US, apparently it's going to be banned in January.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that was going to happen, like, last year or the year before, too?
Yeah, but now it's gone through the Supreme Court.
Oh.
And apparently it's actually happening.
Damn it, I was just about to set up a TikTok for my gaming.
I don't know what the deal is with that. Who knows? Let's see what.
Why are they banning it?
Same reasons as the last time that they tried to ban it. I don't
Oh.
know, like security and privacy and whatever.
I mean, that is.
I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but we'll see.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a valid concern, so.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome to our first half of our Christmas special.
Yeah.
Because it's Christmas.
Because it's...
In case you couldn't tell, I'm excited.
I am too, just not excited enough to put a hat on.
That's fair. The hat would mess up her hair.
Exactly. See, you get it.
I do get it, because I don't wear hats in real life for that exact reason, except
either.
that it's so cold right now and I'm still taking the bus.
Yeah.
So I have to.
Mm-hmm.
So I have gotten in the habit of having my hair be in a more flattened, intentionally somewhat messy kind of style, so that my hat messing it up is not all that noticeable, because it already looks messed up intentionally. So yeah,
that's fair. See, I just...
Plus my hat has a little rubber ducky on it.
Cute. See, and I just like wear my hair down anyways, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Your hair is a hat.
Exactly. And like I put my hood up sometimes to like block the wind, but
yeah,
I'm also not outside for long enough in the cold for it to
right,
really...
because you go from your house to your car to work.
Exactly.
Right. Normally that would be me too. I cannot wait to get my car back.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. All right. Do you have our Christmas get to know you questions?
I do. So the first one is, what's your most like fond Christmas memory?
This is an excellent question.
Thank you.
That I don't know if I have an answer for.
Or even like one of the most memorable things from like a Christmas that you had.
Honestly, all of my Christmases, like when I was a kid and stuff, were all very much like they were all just kind of the same. Like they were very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like the like presents were just different.
Yeah.
Although the one year that I will say I got one of the best things was the year that my parents bought me my guitar for Christmas.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, it was good. But I kind of I was bad that year because I kind of looked at what they bought me and my brother before Christmas.
So you didn't even deserve the guitar after that.
Oh my god. Well, see, listen, they put all of the Christmas presents in like the spare bedroom in our house, which was right next to my bedroom. So they were just they were asking for it.
There's no chance you're not gonna look at them.
Right. And so I peeked in. My brother got a drum set that year for Christmas, so it took up the majority of the room.
Naturally.
And then there was a guitar there, and I was like, cool, awesome. But at the time, I didn't know which one was for who, though.
Oh, okay.
Because I, like, when I was a kid, I did a bit of drumming stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
But so I wasn't sure if that was for me or if the guitar was for me.
That's fair.
turned out the guitar was for me, and then my brother got the drums, and he started that my parents got him drum lessons to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was already taking bass guitar lessons.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah.
I think one of my more memorable ones was when me and Akuma's parents got us a GameCube. We
Nice.
were so excited. And it was awesome because I got Spyro. I think
I fucking love Spyro.
I think it was Tales Awakening one. I think that's the one. It's the one that has Cinder in it, and oh my god, it's such a good game. Like genuinely, it's one of the few games that I actually like had like a story where I completed the entire thing and then redid it. Because a lot of the times we all know I have problems finishing anything. So like, like Genshin, where I just refuse to do the storyline. But this
Baldur's
game,
Gate, which we haven't played in like 3 months.
I know. Like just start to finish, went nuts on the game, loved it. And then that year, I think it was when Akuma had gotten Twilight Princess. And so we like stayed up in the living room and like brought like her bed down because it was a twin. And so we brought her bed down and like just had the mattresses on the floor, and we were just playing our video games till like 4 a.m. because it was Christmas break and we were playing our games, and she was playing Twilight Princess, and I got a boombox that year too, and so I would play my CD of Pussycat Dolls and listen to that while we're playing video games. So anytime I hear those songs, I also think about those two games in particular. And like it was just such a good time. It's like the most memorable Christmas I think I have from being a kid. And it was really great. I really, really enjoyed it. Our second question is what's like one of your least favorite things surrounding like the holiday season?
My immediate instinct is to say seasonal depression.
Sads.
Right. Honestly, work, retail, because I've been working retail at Christmas for so long and I hate it.
Retail do be brutal.
But also the last like few years, well, no, this year, like last year, and was it the year before that? What the hell year is this? Hold on.
It's 2024.
Yes,
if that helps.
That. I mean, like, the hell year did I go to college? Okay, no, it was so like my second year of college. I don't know. There's just been a couple years in the last like 5 years that I didn't really. Christmas was just kind of there. I wasn't really doing anything for Christmas. Because like last year I was here by myself. I spent Christmas alone.
Yeah.
Super fun. Doing the same thing again this year. And like when I was in college, I didn't go home for Christmas break, so I was just in my apartment by myself. And like I did kind of things with friends from college, but not like great. Like we didn't go crazy or anything. Like like the one year there was the three of us and we just kind of hung out, which was fine. Like it was fun, but I don't know. When I was a kid, Christmas was just like a whole thing, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think mine probably would actually be seasonal depressive disorder.
Right.
Because like it hits me really hard. And then like I'm already kind of lonely, so like it kind of just exacerbates it a lot.
Yep.
And also then seeing everybody else like celebrating with their families, and I'm just like, let's chill. And what's so funny is like previous Christmases of like it made it very evident of favoritism from my mom to Akuma.
Yeah.
Because like I remember, I think I got like a Walkman, you know, like a little MP3 player, a Walkman.
Yeah,
and
I
my
used to
sister
have
got
a Walkman.
Yeah, well, not
You're
a lot
that
of people
old.
Okay, not a lot of people know what they are. Okay, especially because of the time, like iPods were so super popular, like
True.
just flying off the shelves. But I got a Walkman. It was actually pretty cool. I didn't totally hate it.
Yeah.
But my sister got an Xbox 360.
Fun.
And I was like, cool, thanks. And then a different year, these might have not even been like the same years, but like comparing gifts of like quality and everything. And it's not that I'm like,
that's what happens when you have a sibling. I feel
know,
that.
and I'm like, I feel like almost ungrateful for anything,
right?
by saying this, but like comparatively though too, like I got a boombox, right, which was fine. I could play a cassette tape and a CD in it, and I could carry it around, I guess, and it
hold
was
it up
cute.
over your head outside of the boy of your dreams window.
Exactly. And it was like cute, and it was white with like pink and brown flowers on it. And then my sister gets this really sick freaking like 5-disc interchangeable sound system with 2 like big speakers that sit separate from it, so you can have like more surround sound stuff kind of deal.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you serious right now though? Because what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then like I'd been asking for DCs like for a while, and
like
I'm
shoes.
not. Yeah. And I'm not like a huge fan of the color brown.
Yeah.
Right. And my mom gets me a pair of DCs that are predominantly brown, and then have like little flower detailing on them. And she's like, well, I thought you really like them. They have flowers. I'm like, yeah, and brown. She's like,
see, I'll have to keep an eye out at work because we get DC shoes sometimes.
Yeah.
And I've never seen any brown ones except for the men's ones.
I'm 100% sure I still have them.
But we get the last ones we got, they were really cute. They had like sunflowers on them, and they were white.
Oh, that does sound cute.
Right?
And like, it's not that I was ungrateful for the shoes. I was just like, I feel like there was probably a lot of other styles that like
there was also pink ones
fit me better. See, and straight up pink ones would be great.
Right?
I like looked at them and I was like, oh, I kind of wish they weren't brown, but like I'm so excited to finally have a pair of DCs. So I'm trying not to be like an ungrateful little shit right now, but like it's literally one of my least favorite colors on these shoes right now, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it because I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to wear with it? I know brown is neutral, so it's fine, but like at the time I did not like brown. Like I hated it.
Yeah.
And like now I'm just like, it's not a big deal. It's whatever. It's a neutral. But as a kid, I was just like, I'm so excited for the DCs, and I really hate that they're brown. Like, yeah. But like comparatively, like those were like the kind of things where it's like, that's what we got as like gifts, and I was just like, what's happening? And my mom got really, really mad when my dad got me a laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was.
I remember the year my parents got me a laptop.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
I was using their like old, huge like block monitor PC to play like solitaire and retro games because it also didn't connect to the internet.
Yeah.
And we didn't have an Ethernet cable for it. So I was like, can I just have like a laptop? So my dad got me that so I could play World of Warcraft with him when I was like 15.
Nice.
And my mom was like, we were gonna wait till she was 16. That's when we waited for Akuma to have one. And my dad was like, well, she deserves it. And I want to be able to play video games with my kid. So.
Yeah. There you go.
Exactly. But, yeah. Those are. Yeah. I think I even brought up the favoritism later. I never brought it up to my mom, but I pointed it out to my dad, I think, and to Akuma. And I was like, yeah, I'm not saying like it should be fair or anything because like that's not the point or like the spirit of it, but I was like there was blatant favoritism towards Akuma from my mom.
Honestly, I totally get that because like I definitely felt the same thing some years with my brother, like because he's 2 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And so like there was the one year, I don't remember what I got that year, but I distinctly remember that year my brother got like a desktop PC computer.
Uh-huh.
And I remember thinking that was like so cool. And I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. I want one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember what I got that year. But then it was fine because the next year I got my laptop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Solid. Well, I guess we should get into our Christmas stories. Would you like to start us off?
Sure. So this one is gonna be kind of I haven't even read the whole thing, but like the TLDR is just like I can't even with it. It's anyways, a few years back I went to my dad's house for Christmas. My parents are divorced and I rarely go, but my siblings put a lot of pressure on me, so I went. It took about 15 minutes before the stress got to me and I got a migraine. So we all sit down to open presents. Dad, his new wife, my siblings, crazy aunt, and my grandmother. We make it around the circle opening presents for about 2 rounds before my grandmother gets up and leaves the room. My father starts fiddling around waiting for my grandmother to come back and spots something on the floor. It appears to be cat puke. He asks his wife if it is indeed cat puke. She had gotten up and followed my grandmother out and knew the truth. It was not cat puke. It was my grandmother's poop. And the lady had pooped all over the couch. It doesn't take long before we can smell it, and no amount of air freshener was fixing that. Grandma comes back in the room wearing nothing but a blanket around her lower half. The couch is covered with plastic and towels. My little sister is forced to sit next to my grandmother, and we are all expected to sit nicely and open more presents while pretending that that did not just happen. Also, the following day, my tooth exploded. Apparently, I had an abscessed tooth, but I never felt a thing at all until it exploded.
Oh my god. Okay, that's insane, first of all.
Can you imagine?
No, I literally cannot.
Like, oh
I could not imagine sitting there with my family, shitting myself, and just casually getting up to go wrap a blanket around myself.
Right?
I think I would rather sit in it the whole fucking day than have anyone know that that just fucking happened.
Well, even if you just sat there, eventually, like,
I know the smell.
The smell of it's gonna catch up.
You can just blame the dog, as long as you have a dog.
Well, apparently, like, I feel like they must have had a cat if they thought it was cat puke at first.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they had a dog.
Oh my god, that's crazy though. I don't want to get old.
The first comment. So the TLDR just says grandma pooped on the couch, which is why I had to read it.
Yeah.
The first comment says grandma pooped on the couch. Doesn't make a catchy song title, like grandma got run over by a reindeer, unfortunately. And then the next comment says TLDR shitty Christmas.
Yeah. Like, grandma shit all over the couch and my tooth exploded.
Right. All that happening. And then you go the next day and your tooth blows up.
I know. Like, that makes me worry because I'm like, I don't know. Like,
moral of the story. Old people wear diapers and go to the dentist.
Yes. Wear diapers and go to the dentist.
Right. Not necessarily at the same time, unless you think that that situation is going to happen to you at the dentist.
Who knows? Apparently, it just happens, especially for grandma.
Yeah.
Damn. Mine's kind of like really fucked. Okay. But this person said, my favorite crappy Christmas story of all time was when my ex had been on an oil painting course, so I bought her all the gear for Christmas. Easel, oil paints, fine art brushes, the lot. And that shit ain't cheap either. I bought it over several months and got her the best of everything. Brilliant present. Or so I thought. Cut to Christmas Day and the big present opening. She opens all this stuff. Bursts into tears. runs out of our flat, gets in the car, and drives off, nearly crashing said car into the neighbor's wall. It took me 8 hours to track her down and find out what the fuck just happened. Turns out, she hadn't been on an oil painting course at all. She'd been fucking some married bloke every Wednesday in a hotel down the road. Merry fucking Christmas, me.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck? I thought that was going. It was like, oh, she like quit the class or something, or like she got kicked out of the class for something or whatever. Not that. Oh my god.
I know. I'm like, that's your lie catching up so fast and aggressively, and that's crazy.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
I mean, W gift buying. Like, dude knows how to shop.
Right.
But, like, I feel so bad for them. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I wasn't ready for that one either. I read it earlier and I was like, oh shit.
I fucking cannot.
Some people are crazy.
Right? Okay. The first Christmas my now ex-husband and I spent together, we decided to buy a real Christmas tree for our apartment. To cut a long story short, it transpired that the tree was covered in tiny black worms that fell out all over our living room floor. In all my Christmases, I've never seen worms on a tree like that before. It was honestly horrible, and I don't really mind bugs or wormy creatures. We had to get rid of the tree ASAP. It was too stressful thinking of the worms continually dropping off the branches onto the floor. I think I would cry.
I would too, yeah.
I think I would burn the tree.
And like, it's different when you have like bugs that you encounter out and about, even in excess like that. But having it in your home and in your space is way fucking different. Right?
I can't.
Ugh. Nasty.
Right? I can't fucking deal with it.
Yeah. Let's see. This person said, I posted this before, but got some shit for it, so here goes. When I was a teenager, my dad made us listen to the entire book of Job one day on Christmas. He has this monotone Bible reading style, and it put us to sleep always as kids, which would infuriate him. So he'd jab us hard with his finger or whatever he'd have in his hand. Now, keep in mind, we had a family business in a mall at the time, so we'd all worked many, many hours in the days leading up to Christmas. We were exhausted from that, depressed after another shitty haul of Christmas gifts, and sick of listening to him rant. Oh, and have you ever read the Book of Job all the way through? Fucking depressing, especially on Christmas. We had to sit and listen to all 40 chapters, drifting off to sleep every half hour and being jabbed awake by a calloused finger to the neck. Ooh, the neck, that's crazy. Then he had a fit that my mom's roasted chicken was too dry, so he tore it all up before she could bring it to the table, mixed all the dark and white meat together in chunks in the pan drippings, and banged it down on the table, insisting that he'd saved Christmas dinner. My mom spent the rest of the Christmas evening in her bedroom in tears.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so sad.
That is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Also, who mixes white and dark meat? Like, bruh.
I know.
Fucking heathens out here.
Thank you.
Oh, God. I can't. I don't really have a super strong preference of light or dark meat. I think I prefer light meat. Although when I was a kid, I did always ask for one of the legs at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Of the turkey. Just because I thought it was fun.
Yeah, no, it is fun. See, yeah. I'm not huge with preferences. I just like the food.
Right.
Give me the food.
As long as it's edible.
Right.
That's what we care about.
Yeah. I'm I just want to eat some chicken or turkey. Just let me chow down. I'm getting hungry now, damn it.
Right? I'll say this week when I buy my groceries, I am going to buy some stuff to have a very sad, pathetic Christmas dinner for one.
I feel that.
Instant mashed potatoes.
I had
and
instant mashed
stuffing,
potatoes.
and I don't know what I'm gonna do for a turkey. Maybe I'll just buy a rotisserie chicken.
There you go. See, me and my dad, we did like Cornish game hens a couple years ago,
Yeah,
and they had like this orange, I think it was orange and balsamic like glaze. It was really good.
nice.
Plus, we had like our own little mini birds to eat. It was awesome.
I would love them. Speaking of, that's funny you said that. Speaking of little birds,
Oh no, I'm nervous.
2008, I came down with the swine flu and had to wear a surgical mask on Christmas. My deadbeat dad went to jail, and on Christmas morning, I found my beloved pet parakeet dead on the bottom of his cage. My neighbors looked out their back window that day to see a sobbing 17-year-old in a pink bathrobe and a SARS mask saying a funeral for a dead bird in the middle of a blizzard.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Oh my god. That's a rough Christmas if I ever heard one.
That
Oh
is.
my god.
Being sick during the holidays is already like really brutal. And it's also, the time to
Bro,
be sick. But
let me tell you. Last year, on top of being by myself for the entire season and also working in retail and it was a very depressing Christmas last year. I was also sick for the entire month of December to the point where I could like barely talk. I didn't stream at all for the month of December last year.
yeah.
I was just like drowning myself in tea and honey and neocitrin, and I wanted to die.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Still went to work though to make money, and I got all my coworkers sick and they got mad at me.
Ayo.
Yeah.
This one's kind of funny, but I had a Labrador who pissed on the Christmas tree a few years ago. We tried to stop him. We chased him. Then the Christmas tree fell on the puddle of pee.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Our dogs went nuts when we got a real tree one year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they tried to pee on it too.
Yeah. I was a little worried ghost might. Granted, it's a fake tree, so it doesn't have like a lot of smells to it or anything.
Yeah.
And also he's been around trees before and he's just decently housebroken, so it's just his tail. His tail is a fucking menace right now because all it does is just hit my tree and knock the ornaments off that are on like the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you stop wagging your tail directly into my fucking tree, please? And then he gets more excited and then he just like rams his whole ass into it. And I'm like, I just really can't have nice things, can I? I'm like, I'm really happy that you're happy right now. But can you do it somewhere else, like 5 feet away from where you are right now, please? That would
Your
be
timing
great.
of your comments is hilarious. The year the cat ran up the tree and couldn't get down. The dog thought it was playtime and ran full speed across my living room and launched into the tree to play with the cat. I have an English Mastiff that weighs about 150 pounds right now. The tree stood no chance.
Oh,
Ornaments
no.
everywhere. The cat bolted as soon as the tree hit the ground, and the dog followed. There were crushed presents, shattered ornaments, and pine needles everywhere. That was the last year we had a real tree. I had to buy a fake one for the next year so the cat no longer sniffed around and climbed into it. It didn't really ruin Christmas, but it definitely wasn't a good way to spend Christmas morning.
Dang, yeah.
We never had anything go that crazy.
Fair.
We've had some, we had to stop hanging ornaments on, the bottom row of the tree because they kept getting knocked off, but other than that, that's about it.
Yeah.
Imagine a 150-pound Mastiff just launching itself at your Christmas tree.
No. I mean, it's hilarious to think about.
I kind of want to see it.
Fair.
I'm picturing it in my head, and I guarantee it's way funnier in my head than what actually happened, but
I love that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This one's horrible. What is with some of these stories, and dads being shitty? This one is though.
Because the world has daddy issues.
I know, literally. This one is 1 year back in the 70s. My mom did not get much of anything from my dad. All he bought her was a lighted side sorter for pictures. Oh, slide sorter. Sorry. Which would be fine if she took pictures. After all the presents were opened, she went to her room and cried while my dad set up the slide sorter and organized his slides.
Wow.
I'd be so upset.
Me too.
I'm like, you obviously wanted this for yourself. Why not just buy yourself the gift and get me something that I actually would want? Some people are so inconsiderate.
Right?
It's like actually crazy.
Oh my god. Okay. So this one is this one gets kind of sad, I think, just by the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh, no, never mind. We're not going to read that one. Because that would require me to put trigger warnings on this episode. And Christmas is not about that right now.
Right. I mean, these are the shitty stories, though, so.
Do you want me to read it? I'll read it.
Oh, I'm kind of worried now.
December 12th, 1999. 8-year-old me, drowsy from having the family's favorite dinner, homemade chicken chalupas. I passed out excited for the next day of school, another day closer to Christmas. I dozed peacefully, dreaming of all the Pokemon cards and memorabilia I will get in less than 2 weeks. I sleep for maybe 2 hours when I'm woken up violently. It's a firefighter. My room illuminated by red and white flashing lights. I panic and think our apartment is on fire. He picks me up out of bed, throws me over his shoulder as I cling to my precious bear. Love that. It's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
And keeps telling me everything is going to be okay. Outside of our apartment is crawling with uniformed officers, firefighters, and what I now know as military investigators, being that my dad was in the military. I'm led to my neighbor's apartment, who happens to be my best friend. He greets me with enthusiasm, and we go off to play some Super Smash Bros. On his N64. Staying up late playing video games on a school night? Fuck yes. We play for an hour or so, then his mom pops in and grabs my friend and says my mom has to talk to me. He's let out. The light is turned off. I sit on the bottom bunk of a room only illuminated by moonlight through the window. I remember it being a cold, clear Arizona night. My mom comes in quietly, somberly. She sits next to me. I can see her face well now, her eyes puffy and her nose red. Daddy's gone. I say nothing. I don't understand. Where did he go? I just saw him a few hours earlier. I knew he had a stressful job. He seemed down when he got back, ate dinner, and watched TV with us. His usual custom after dinner was a cigar and a glass of wine on the back porch. I hugged him goodnight and he told me we'd go rollerblading the next day. He's gone, though. Daddy was very sad and he hurt himself. He died an hour ago. She reached out to hold my hand and I saw blood on her sleeve.
Oh my god.
God. That's crazy. We had just decorated the Christmas tree that night. I have not celebrated since then until this year.
That's so sad.
That is so sad.
Damn.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. This one is... I have not gotten to open a present in 4 years. My dad is retired and is sick. They are spending a good chunk of their pension money helping my brother with their house payment. My cousin killed a motorcyclist in an accident one year. It was declared that all the present money from my aunts and the big family Christmas would go to the scholarship of the dead kid. So no presents for my generation, but all my cousins' kids get presents. That was the last place I would get my present. My dad was in the hospital the Sunday before Thanksgiving. He came home last Saturday. I put up the tree Tuesday. Helped with the shopping for dinner on Wednesday. Thursday I helped clean. Friday I hurt my back at the family gathering. Saturday I set up all the food with the bad back. Damn. Really just
That's
getting
rough.
punched while you're down.
Right. That sounds painful.
Right?
I feel that.
Yeah.
Back pain is no joke, my dudes.
Mm-mm.
It sucks. Threw my back out like last month, and work was rough, let me tell you.
Oh, I bet.
This this one's kind of funny.
Okay.
No throwaway for this because fuck it, you kind of laugh at these things. Last year around December, I had to have a rather uncomfortable surgery on my ass. It took 3 months to heal and required daily dressing changes, so I spent Christmas morning desperately trying not to sit in a waiting room at the local walk-in center. I was acutely aware of the fact that I didn't want to be there, and chances are the nurse who would have to change my dressing didn't want to be there either. So I decided to inject some levity into the situation by writing Merry Christmas across my butt cheeks with a Sharpie.
Oh my god.
Turns out my butt is not that big, however, so I had to make it Merry Xmas, and since I was doing it with a mirror before leaving, it ended up looking more like random squiggles than Christmas cheer. In the end, I got a trainee nurse who, it turns out, had no sense of humor, nor any idea how to change the dressing. I had to lie face down with my Christmas butt on display for 20 minutes while she worked out how to roughly pull a ribbon out of my ass, and then another 10 minutes while she found someone else to put a new one in.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. That's kind of funny. I mean, good for him for trying to make light of the situation. Bad luck getting the trainee nurse that didn't think it was funny, though.
Right, I know. Like, see, I feel like if that was me, I'd be like, this is pretty funny.
Right. You're like, huh? What about that, huh?
Right?
Oh my god.
Okay, so this is one that's like one of the funniest Christmas stories that happened to you. So I was around 8 years old and I longed for a pet. It was right at the top of every Christmas wish list, birthday list, and prayers every night. One Christmas, my whole family, a bunch of pranksters, pulled off one of the best long-term pranks. They left a box under the tree addressed to me. Quite a large box. Large enough to fit a puppy, little me thought. There were even holes in the box, which my grandpa let slip so that it could breathe. I was convinced it was a puppy. Yes, stuffing a dog in a box for a month was weird, but I was 8 and didn't think logically. They attached a string from the box that went around the sofa and came out underneath the cushion. Each time a relative would sit there, there would be a tug on the string from time to time, and the box would move. Closer to the time, around the 18th, they let it slip that they got me a snake. And the people pleaser in me pretended to be happy about this and convinced myself that it wouldn't be too bad. Then, on Christmas morning, I opened the box carefully, scared of what I may see. The corners were ripped and shredding from the box was scattered on the floor. The snake had escaped and I was terrified. We spent weeks looking for that snake around our home. Needless to say, I never asked for a pet again.
Oh my god.
That's wild.
My parents would never allow me to have a snake.
Mine either.
Regardless of Christmas wishes.
See, I begged for dogs too. And so then we finally did go get dogs. And they were kind of Christmas dogs. And they were just sweet. They were sweet. We had Bailey, who was this little black lab cattle dog. She was so cute. She had this like white marbling on her paws and her chest.
Yeah.
And she was just this happy little idiot, and she would lick all of your skin off if she could. And then we got Ellie too, and she was so cute. She was like this tan little thing. We think she might have had like a little bit of chow and like German Spitz in her. She was really feisty. If she even saw a glimpse of another dog, she would like lose her mind. It was awesome. Not that part, but like having them was really great. They were sweet dogs. Although Ellie was the type that like you'd be inside and like there'd be nothing going on. It's like middle of the night and she'd be barking like crazy inside the house.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Our dogs don't like. Oh, our dogs are pretty good.
Yeah.
For not doing that.
Yeah. Well, like I had no idea how to train a dog either, so like I didn't know what the hell to do with her. My parents didn't really do much with it either. Akuma didn't really know how to do it. Sorry.
Take him to doggy training classes.
I know. Honestly, we should have, because I feel like they would have done really, really well. It was more like we didn't like put in an effort for it, so it was like they slowly got better, but there was a while where like Ellie was pretty unhinged and Bailey just wanted to eat everything, which like relatable, but yeah.
Oh. Oh my god. I seen one of them wanted to eat everything. Just remind me of this one time. My mom had made it's like homemade garlic bread adjacent. It wasn't actually garlic bread, but it was
Mm-hmm.
like it was let's use whatever the hell we have in our fridge for dinner kind of night.
Mm-hmm.
So she had used hamburger buns that were about to go bad, and she opened them up and put them on like baking sheet, and then she spread. We had this like um, it was like a spicy chip dip
Mm-hmm.
in the fridge,
Right.
and it was like a I don't know, it's like a jalapeno or something. I don't know, some kind of spicy like chip dip. Anyway, so she takes that and she like spreads it on the hamburger buns and then puts cheese on it and throws them in the oven for these
Mm-hmm.
like makeshift garlic bread things.
Yum.
And she takes them out and puts it on the counter, and somehow our biggest dog got like he got up and ate the entire tray off the counter.
Oh my god.
And when I tell you that this dog was shitting nonstop for days, I'm not even fucking kidding you. It was so bad.
Oh man. See, I I love that dogs are like that, but I also like hate it because like I think Ghost did that right when me and my friend had adopted him. Like she had like we had this like kind of low coffee table and she put her burrito down on it, like right on the corner too. And like we went to go to the door or something. I don't actually know if I was home or not. But she told me about it later and she's like, I turned around, he somehow snatched my burrito and ate the whole thing. Like
Yep.
a big burrito.
Yeah.
And then like obviously
They're
just
monsters.
sick. I know. I don't know how they do it. And like thankfully Ghost is so good at this point. Like I can leave food in front of him and like he does occasionally snatch food. Oh, there was one time too. My dad was cooking, like when I still lived with him. My dad was cooking. He was gonna cook up some bacon. And
Nice.
I don't know how. But like he walked away for just a minute and Ghost like went over and snatched the whole thing of bacon and ate all of it. And I'm like, I can only imagine how disgusting that was. Because then he came in and he ran up to me. And like my dad was like, what the hell? And was like, where the hell's the bacon? And then I like look at Ghost because he just like had run in. And like he's like panting at me. And I'm like, you little shit. I'm like, your breath smells like raw bacon right now, my dude.
Yeah.
There's no way that you're getting away on that one. It was pretty funny. Also,
they are just like the biggest menaces to society, but they're
I know,
so
but
cute.
then like I know, because like Ghost also, I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what his deal is with like weird smelling things. But you know, like so when you have like a whole like tray of chicken, and it has that little like absorbency pad underneath,
right?
So like we'll put that in the trash, right? And then I don't know what Ghost's problem is, but he'll go in and find that in the trash and like shred it.
Yeah, because he gets to get all the chicken flavor off.
Yeah, I know, but they stink.
But
they do not.
They smell like chicken. They smell
I know,
like.
But like after they sit in there like overnight, they do not smell good.
Not to you.
I mean, facts. That's true. But like I think he ripped a hole in the side of the trash bag.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And like we didn't even like leave it alone that long. Then we went to like go get something else or like run something else out to the trash. And in the process of leaving that like next to the door, he rips into the bag and finds the weird pad thing and like
nice
destroys it. And I'm like, well, now you're gonna be shitting that out, and I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Also, he's done it where he eats chicken bones, which has honestly scared the shit out of me before. Yeah. Because cooked chicken bones can splinter and like stab things. And he's done it a couple times now where, like, I'll have had, like, Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop or something, like chicken wings. And I do not know how he manages to get the bones, but, like, it'll be pretty far on the counter or something, or, like, I'll walk away for a minute, or, like, something. Like, I think one time I went to the bathroom, and, like, the bag was just barely in reach for him, and he just ate all the bones. And I was so scared. But then he just had these weird, hard, discolored, like, poops. And thankfully that was it. And I was like, you are genuinely so lucky that this did not pierce something.
Right.
Because that would have been crazy. Because I probably wouldn't even have known if it was, like, going to be a problem. Until it was, like, a major problem.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Dogs. Gotta love them.
Yeah. You do, though.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, I'm going to come for you.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, you better love your dogs. That's what makes me upset when people get, like, dogs for the holidays, not realizing that is, like, it is fully a commitment.
Right.
And then they're like, oh no, it's too much hassle.
Yeah.
We'll take him back to the shelter. Like, that's so sad.
Yeah. I know.
Like,
pets are not gifts.
No.
Right.
I mean, like, and I can't really say a lot because, like, my family, we had done that with Ellie and Bailey, but it never at one point crossed my mind of, this is a lot of responsibility. I think it's too much for me. I'm going to take them back.
Right. You're going to, like...
what can I do to make it so that this is easier on both of us?
Yeah.
And, like, same thing with ghosts. Like, living alone, having depression, having seasonal depression. Like, there's a lot of times where it's really difficult. And I'm just like, man, I sometimes wish I didn't have a pet. And it's not like that it's not that I wish I didn't have ghosts. It's that I wish I didn't have the responsibility of having a pet in an apartment like this, where, like, I don't have, like, he can't just go outside with, like, a doggy door or anything.
Yeah.
Or, you know, have, like, I don't have, like, a huge thing of, like, water that, like, refills and stays cool or anything like that. Like, or, you know, an easy feeder or anything like that, because he doesn't like the water ones. I've tried before, but I never think at all, like, oh, I wish I never got him. Oh, I wish that I could, like, get rid of him. Never crosses my mind.
Yeah.
I do sometimes think, it would be nice to, like, have that freedom again. But I love him too much. Anyways, not to get a little sappy. I do love him a lot. He's a little sweet. Yeah, because like sometimes I'll be like, I wish I could go out right now, but I can't. Or like going on trips, especially with like traveling, I can't just leave. Like, my friend invited me to go to the hot springs, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that. Like, I mean, I could, but the expense of like having a place take your animal for like, especially during the holidays, gonna be even more expensive.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I really appreciate the invite, but like, you're going for an entire weekend, and I can't leave Ghost for that long. You guys didn't get accommodation for having an animal with you. And that's really short notice to ask someone else to like change, or like if they have availability during the holidays to come watch my dog for the weekend. So otherwise, because like if I didn't, or if I had like even like a cat where I could be like, hey neighbor, can you come pop in on my cat for like a few times this weekend? I worry too much about Ghost.
That's because Ghost is a precious being and has to be cared for every day. And
he deserves the cuddles on Christmas.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try and see if he will actually open a box. If I put enough treats in there, he probably would. Yeah, that's a good idea.
You're gonna wrap his Christmas present and make him open it?
Yeah.
Just get some spray that smells like bacon or something and just spray the box. He'll tear that right apart.
Yeah, he would. Or even just putting a couple of treats in there. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun for him too.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these stories are like super depressing.
I know.
And I don't think I want to read them. Like,
I mean, fair.
God. Oh my God. So many people dying at Christmas. Or some other shit happening at Christmas.
Mm-hmm. I have a weird one if you want to hear it.
Oh, this one's kind of funny.
Yeah.
My mom really doesn't like the holidays. Most of the family she's lost has passed sometime in December, so Christmas is like Russian roulette. She will either be fine or she will have a meltdown and start popping Vicodin like the good old days.
Oh my God.
Christmas 2010 was one of the bad ones, and when I say bad, I mean worst. I live across the country and had scored a good job right after Thanksgiving, so I had to cut my trip home short. I was only back home for 2 whole days and was set to leave Christmas midday so I could work on the 26th. We woke up Christmas morning and my mom had clearly popped a cocktail of prescription drugs to deal with her life that day. I had it. She gave... what? Oh, she gave a shit for drinking and smoking, but here she is popping a myriad of painkillers. I called her out on it and all hell broke loose. We didn't speak for the rest of the day until my layover in O'Hare. I got into it on Facebook with my brother, who made some snide remark about the drama. Then my dad called from his business trip to yell at me for starting shit. Then my mom called and screamed at me. I was yelling and crying in the middle of the international concourse at O'Hare Airport. French people were staring at me. I was bawling and I just wanted to get out of there. I am already a white knuckle flyer and I noticed some lake effect snow moving in. We were the last plane out before they shut down. Our wheels spun on the icy runway as we barely got enough speed going to take off. I was hyperventilating and the flight attendants proceeded to get me drunk. The best part of that whole day was getting picked up by my roommate and proceeding to drink and smoke blunts by the pool for the remainder of the remainder of the night. Fuck that Christmas.
Oh my God.
Imagine being so, panicked on a plane that the flight attendants are just getting you drunk.
I know, right? That's wild.
Oh my God.
They're just like, we need to help you.
Right. You need to just calm down, sir. Drink more vodka.
Reel it in. Oh my God. This is
that would be scary though.
I know. I was like, when you said the tires spinning
right
on
I would have freaked
runaway.
Out.
Oh yeah. I would have
I don't have a problem with flying, but I would have freaked out.
Yeah, same. That would have been scary. I just don't fly during the holidays though.
Way too busy.
Way too busy, way too expensive.
Yeah.
Too cold. I can't be bothered.
It's just too everything.
It's too everything. This is for what is one of the weirdest things that you've had happen on Christmas. They were like, I don't think it was Christmas Day, but it was very close to Christmas. We had a Siamese cat named Princess at the time. Prin was my girl, came to a whistle, very loving, and never ever went outside. That day in question was awful. An ice storm, windy, bitter cold, just awful. I was watching television and saw the poor mailman come around, but watched television for a few more minutes before getting up to bring in the mail. I saw what I thought was Princess out on the front porch. Oh my God. Scooped that poor cat up along with the mail and ran into the house. As I was locking the front door behind me, Prin came around the corner and if she could talk, she would have asked who the hell that was. I looked down and sure enough, we now had 2 Siamese cats. The new cat was a fixed male. Prin was none too thrilled with him, but he was very mellow and apparently happy just to be in out of the ice storm. That day, or a few days preceding, had a Christmas movie about Gideon's angel, or something like that, so we named him Gideon. I put an ad in the paper. No one ever claimed Gideon, and he lived to be what we figured was about 16 years or so. Aw, that's just cute.
Damn. Imagine
say
if
weird.
cats could talk, walk around the corner. Who is that bitch
Who the
you're
hell
holding?
is that? Literally. Like, I think it's very weird to get a Siamese that looks just like your own Siamese. That is definitely the weird part, but
Yeah.
how fortuitous.
Right?
The cat
not that
lottery
the
has
person
chosen
lost
you.
them, but like...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like, when I was a kid, we had a cat. It was a black cat. So, pretty much every black cat in existence looked exactly like her.
Mm-hmm.
So, I could easily make that mistake.
Yeah.
But I feel like... Well, I don't know. A good chunk of Siamese cats look pretty similar.
Mm-hmm. They have very similar coloring.
Yeah.
And I think when your cat is not an outdoor cat, and you see
right,
a cat that looks even like close-ish to coloring as yours, I don't even think you think twice about it.
Right. Just be like, oh, cat, come inside now.
Yep. Scoop.
Jokes on them, they did that on purpose all along. Haha, this is my cat now.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I would do that too. Like, I would probably rescue a cat. I think Ghost would be fine with it.
See, part of me was considering getting a cat eventually, but my roommate's cat drives me nuts so much.
Yeah.
That I don't think I will.
Honestly, that's fair, but that's also a very different circumstance where that cat's now also trained to, like, come to your window.
I know.
As a means to get back in. So, like...
I could just lock my window and call it a night, but then what if he doesn't find another way in and it's cold outside? We live in Canada. It's winter. Like, I'm not gonna make the poor cat suffer just because I'm pissed off that it's 4 a.m. and he woke me up scratching and whining at my window.
Well, and it also sounds like even if you lock it, he's still gonna sit there and yell because he knows that that's a way in.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna look for other ways in. He knows that one's viable.
Yep. I'm just hoping that people are a little bit more careful about not letting him out the front door.
Yeah. Have you told them?
Yeah, I talked to my roommate about it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Be like, you're a menace of a cat. Woke me up at 4 a.m.
It's not her. It's not her fault that the cat got out. I don't think, because she said that she's always like, she doesn't know how he keeps getting out, like who keeps letting him out.
So start fighting.
He is the type to just like zip right out the front door as soon as it's open if he's standing there and you're not paying attention. So she said she would ask everyone to just pay more attention at the door.
That's fair.
Because like, there's 2 cats. The other one, not a problem. The other one doesn't go anywhere. I hardly ever see the other one. So he doesn't like any other people.
That's so funny.
I have never pet this other cat because it just like runs away from you as soon as you come in the room.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
Yeah. But
I wish that I wouldn't say that I'm not a cat person, but I feel like I definitely prefer dogs.
I think I do too. I mean, cats are cute. Like, I grew up with a cat because we didn't get dogs until after we moved across the country. And I think we got, let's see, how old are our dogs? They're like 13. So we got our first dogs when I was like 12 or 13. And before that, we had always had a cat.
Yeah.
Her name was Jasmine.
Oh. See,
Right?
and like, I love cats. Don't get me wrong. Like, when I see a cat, I will pet the cat, right?
Yeah.
But like, day to day, existing with one in your space, I always constantly think about the fact that like, cats like to get up on the counters, like,
Right.
They're notoriously be
assholes,
little shitheads, and I feel like dogs can get into a lot of things as well. Don't get me wrong, but like
Dogs
I
won't
don't
do it
know.
on purpose just to spite you.
Exactly. I'm like, Ghost like has only taken a few things off the counter when I'm not home. And like one time it was bananas, but he
Nice.
literally grabbed the bananas off the counter and placed them on the ground. Nothing else.
Redecorating.
That's it. I know, right? He's redecorating. I think he might have
Wasn't
punctured
feng shui
one,
enough.
but exactly. He might have like put a hole in one of the bananas, but
He probably didn't like the taste, so he put them down.
oh no, he loves bananas.
Does he?
Yeah. But that was also when like I first got him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he chewed up Akuma's retainer once. I felt really bad
that's
about
kinda funny.
it. Yeah. She was
That's
like,
so
well, what am I
gross.
supposed to do now? And I'm like,
Get a new one?
can we get you a new one? I don't think she ever went back to the orthodontist though to get a new one.
Yikes.
So, yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well. Say la vie.
Right. Lovey.
Haha. Good joke.
Thank you.
Oh, I was practicing French the other day at work though too, which was pretty exciting.
Nice.
Yep.
I was not. I do my French on the bus on my way home from work usually.
Well, I mean, I was literally like talking to my friend who also he like lived in France for a while, so he like
Nice.
spoke it very fluently. And I was like, we could just have like a little 5-minute
Right?
conversation on Fridays.
I mean, I feel even with like I feel like I'm not any closer to being able to speak French than I was a month and a half ago when we started.
honestly, same.
Like most of the stuff that has been in the lessons it's literally just a refresher of the words that I already knew because I took French for like I don't know 9 years in
Mhm.
school
Yeah.
because Canadian we just do that.
Right.
But like yeah, I don't know. I feel like
We'll get there.
I could string a couple sentences together if they were very specifically about the things that the lessons have been about.
Right, exactly.
But so far they're not very conversational unless you're
No.
having topics of conversation about traveling and the modes of transportation in which you are taking,
Or work.
or work, or studying at a
or
university,
your house.
or or if you have a brother or a sister or a mother or a father or multiple of any of those.
Yep.
Or if you're eating, but only if you're eating specifically oranges, croissants, pizza, tea.
Yep,
Tea
they
was
do
in
like
there.
tea.
Wine, beer was in there a little bit. Water. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Or if you're going to the train station,
Mm-hmm.
which basically nobody goes to the train station,
Nope, not really.
or the airport.
But Duo
I don't
wants to
live
make
near
sure
an
we know
airport.
that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And then this
Oh, well.
bird threatens you like every day. Damn.
I know. Honestly, on my little widget right now, he kind of looks like he's tripping on acid.
Does he?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
Let's
I'll show you.
see how he's looking for me right now.
He's like all wavy and floopy, you know?
I mean, sure. Oh, he didn't pop up on mine right now. I have 37 minutes to get past the Emerald promotion zone.
I
my
have to
God.
check mine.
I'd have to get like 600 experience. That's insane.
Let's see. Oh, I moved up to Emerald for last week. Let's go. 37 minutes.
Ooh.
Oh, I only have to get like 4 XP to move up from Emerald.
Wow.
Because I'm
How
in
much are you
12th
at
right now. 177.
Experience?
Yeah, and 10th place is at 181.
Okay, see, I'm in 18th place in the Emerald League, I would need 846 to get to the promotion zone.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm at 440 experience for the week.
How does that make any sense?
I have no idea.
Like, our number one in my Emerald League has 454.
My number one in my Emerald League has 4,121.
What the hell?
I don't know.
What is your French level?
11.
I wonder if that maybe makes a difference. I mean, I'm only at 10. I'm not that far behind.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's making me nervous, though. Right? God. Like, who are you pairing me with?
Right. I mean, you're not in my Emerald League.
I know. I'm like, these people are kind of crazy. Can I, like, get someone else?
I wonder if it's because you've been on Duolingo longer because you did Spanish before.
Yeah, but I haven't had my, like, leagues be this difficult.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, even, like... Oh, I can't go back and look at the last ones. I don't know.
Me either. Oh, well.
But I'm sure I'll get out of Emerald, but I haven't done my French yet today, so.
Yeah, you probably will.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back more next week on Christmas Eve
Mm-hmm.
for the grand finale of our Christmas special, which will just be, you know, more Christmas stuff. She's so excited. I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll catch y'all there. Hopefully the elf on the shelf is not causing too much havoc in everybody's houses.
Mm-hmm.
And
just a little,
I
but
hope
not a lot.
everyone wrote all their Santas to letter. Haha, their letters to Santa.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think that's a sign that I need to stop talking.
Maybe.
Wow.
What?
Serafina just told me to shut up, you guys.
Those words never left my mouth. That's crazy.
Anyways, we'll catch you guys next week.
We will. Bye, you
Bye,
guys.